1,500 people directly from 3. But they decided to close it down. And in any civilized institution, you don't close down brands that people accept. You build them out. But the government decided, for whatever reason, that they'll close it down completely. And they closed it the way they did, with police and things, breaking it down at dawn, which is not how you close down a bank. But see, if I talk, it's like because it's about you are defending. But the fact is that what is wrong for the country is wrong for the country. Because, as I said, the fact is the government paid over 2-point-something billion cedis to just close it. And the bank was owing about 800 million. So even if the 2 billion was given as a loan, it would have turned the country. But you throw it away to close it.
Honourable Member for Tamale North, Honourable Suhini, allows to ask the Minister his first question.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker, for the opportunity to ask the Minister of Finance which independent power producing companies have received payment from the government of Ghana for excess capacity charges and how much was paid to each company in the last 4 years. Thank you.
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, Honourable Member from Tamale North, because these are very important issues of power for us as a country. Mr. Speaker, the underlisted independent producers have received payments for excess capacity charge for the period under review 2017 to 2020, totaling $937.5 million US. The breakdown is as follows: AXA $347.2 million, Car Power $359.00 million, and Cent Power $231.3 million. Thank you, sir. Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honourable supplementary question.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Honourable Minister's answer is in the form of a range, a period between or period under review 2017 to 2020. Will the Minister be kind enough to break it down to how much was paid for each year? How much was paid for each year? Thank you.
Honourable members, when I say if the minister is minded, then I'm looking at it that probably the question is being shifted. So if the minister is minded, he can answer the question. Other than that, so Minister, if you think you can.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Honourable Member, thank you very much for the supplementary question. The amount, as I stated, from 2017 to 2020 totals $937.5 million US. Breakdown is as follows: AXA 2017 $35.7 million, 2018 $59.4 million, 2019 $136.8 million, 2020 $115.3 million, totaling $347.2. Car Power $65.3 million 2017, $108.9 million. I beg your pardon?
Honourable Minister, may you please speak up a bit? Please, let's have order here so that we can hear it well.
For car power, 2017, 65.3 million. 2018, 108.9 million. 2019, 138 million. 2020, 46.8 million, coming to 359 million for the period. Send power, 0 for 2017, 0 for 2018, 86.5 million 2019, 144.8 million 2020, 231.3 million total. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Minister. Yes, Honorable Member.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, and thank you, Honorable Minister, for your answer. Will you be kind, Honorable Minister, to also let us know the quantity of megawatts that was determined to be excess for which these payments were made? Yes. The quantity of megawatts that were determined to be the excess for which these payments were made.
Minister, are you minded to answer?
I think it's a legitimate question. Only I'm not prepared for it, and so we can bring that to.
The Speaker, the final, based on your answers, Honorable Minister, which one is it too much?
Is asking his last question.
Which one is too much, Leader? Based on your answers provided, Mr. Speaker, and the answers that were provided by the Finance Minister related to this same question on Thursday, 17th June 2021, which remains a record of this House. Is it true or false that Ghana pays $1 billion annually as excess capacity charges?
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. That is false. The figure he just quoted, 1 billion, is false. Thank you.
He says 1 billion is false. I've repeated his response. He says it's false. Yes, Leader.
I think that the most difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief. Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our job, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame.
If you reach a certain stage in life and there is nobody who can look you in the eye and tell you the truth, you are doomed. And that is where our country has gotten to. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. And I feel very terrible as a Ghanaian at this time. This country is in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in serious trouble. We need to rescue this country, ladies and gentlemen. The presidency has been so depraved, so muddied, so dirty, that I tell you in all sincerity as a Ghanaian, that I feel terribly sad today as a Ghanaian. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. Inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country.
Government is broke, government is broke.
but people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now. Government is broke, government is broke. But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
All right, good morning to you. Welcome to the program. It's Good Morning Ghana, the 12th of January 2024, and we're live from the studios here at Peniel and North Ridge. We're streaming also on social media platforms. We're on Facebook as Good Morning Ghana and also Metro TV Ghana, all on Facebook. You can reach us there or send us your messages to the WhatsApp numbers that will be displayed on the screen, and we'll try and make time to read them. Well, let's go through the headlines of the newspapers, and then later I'll introduce the guests to you. Remember that we're celebrating the 22 years of Good Morning Ghana. I start off with the Daily Graphic, and it says Auditor General transfers 9.5 million Ghana cedis into consolidated fund. SNIT increases pensions by 15%. My question is, to what end? Ye will address Ghana's unemployment challenges. CEO. Power outages over. Government pays $10 million to WAPCO Energy Ministry. Daily Guide. 326 to contest NPP parliamentary primaries. Pension benefits up 15%. WASI results. Mahama got it wrong, Minister. Commissioner General has not absconded. GERA. Agaga speaks on leaked IGP tape. The New Crusading Guide. Sneak peek into 2024. Youth prosperity, wealth creation programs top on government's agenda. Right Honorable Professor Michael Quay, 1962 mates throw luncheon for NSMQ team. Interesting. IGP tape saga, content of leaked report consistent with our findings. Agalga. Sheila Opongsechi eyes Dom Kwabinya seat. Let's involve chiefs in governance system. Joe Gate proposed. And the top right corner says that high libido, pastor cited for contempt for styling himself as president of Seventh-day Pentecostal Assemblies. The Insight. Professor Adai blasts government over imposition of VAT on electricity consumption. Matthew Pokuprempe, Minister of Energy, Dumso back as Gridco ECG shared 500 megawatts power. Ghana's mineral wealth, a blessing or a curse, examining the lithium mining lease agreement. 2024 election threat, remove Dominic Nitiwu now. So far, a Konko to a Kufuado. Ghanaians mark 4th martyrdom anniversary of Lieutenant General Qasem Soleimani. Is it Soleimani? The Inquisitor IGP Kokonsa Tape Committee work leaked report is fake. Security agencies after criminals behind it. NPP NPP running mate. Real test for DMB to prove he is own man. Ankuf Wontumi lands at Menchia Palace. And the top right corner we have BEAP will address Ghana's unemployment challenges. Yea, CEO. The Daily Statesman. Passport Office receives state-of-the-art printers. Supreme Court saves man from losing airport house. Will continue pursuing value addition, Akufo-Addo tells Harvard Business School delegation. Black stars cannot afford to miss this chance to shine for the nation. Joe Garte advocates legal consequences for baseless election petitions. The Daily Searchlight. The SML matter, judgment that Akufo-Addo and constitutional breach and Ken Oforiatta's head. Youth prosperity government to pursue more wealth creation programs in 2024 comes to the picture of John Kuma. And GRA demands apology from Ablakwa. Ghana implements digital solution to eliminate ghost names on government payroll. The Ghanaian Observer. VP Baumia Hill system to eliminate ghost names. ABN gets new CEO. Samira rallies KJTR traders market women. Government to pursue more wealth creation programs in 2024. IGP take leaked reports content consistent with our findings. Agalga. Baumia is not an astute economist. He's only a charlatan who talked big and has failed miserably. Felix Kwacho Fosu. 2024 polls. Write your will before you attempt to rig elections. Agbuja. Minority money approved to fund the implementation of the free SHS policy is not all used for the intended purposes. Okay, Clement Apak. And over our dead bodies, minority on EC's no indelible ink decision, others. Now, the Catholic Standard, Cardinal Texan celebrates 3 movements anniversaries. Christian calling is service sacrifice. Let's harness our resources for the common good. Celebrate heroes while alive. Former Father Arthur, okay. Okay, so that's it for the headlines of the newspapers. Let's take a break. We'll be back shortly.
Pascal is showing his boss the efficient new technology they've installed. She is pleased, but now she's asking, why is that still there? Pascal explains that he hired a security goat to protect the data shed. The boss is not so pleased anymore. If you haven't upgraded to cloud storage yet, it's time to get business done better with MTN Business.
Discover the perfect blend of quality, modern elegance, and affordability with Kingdom Home Real Estate. At Kingdom Home Real Estate, we cater to both local and international clients, offering exceptional housing options in Ebri and Ikropong. Our properties are conveniently located, providing a tranquil atmosphere, top-notch security, and essential amenities such as electricity, water, and backup generators. Our strategic locations offer easy access to popular tourist destinations, all within a 30-minute drive from Accra. Visit us in Ikropong right after the Latte Junction, or in Ebri near the Ebri Girls Senior High School. Alternatively, you can reach us Estate, where your dream home becomes a reality.
Enjoy the fruits of your labor, they say. But as humans, aging and physical infirmity stands our way of enjoying our mansions and homes. It often becomes challenging, if not impossible, to use our stairways day in, day out. With portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators, PVs, you are assured of unlimited enjoyment of your mansions and homes. It's a self-supported elevator for vertical movement of humans and goods at homes and offices. The original comes in 3 custom-made models with wheelchair accessibility. Call it luxury, but it's a necessary imperative for vertical mobility. Do not let aging or infirmity limit you. Get one for your easy vertical mobility at home. It's affordable and can be installed in just 3 days without modification to your existing building. It's however easier to incorporate it at the construction stage. We also have traditional Fuji elevators and escalators for your high-rise buildings and malls. Visit Lifts and Elevators Company Limited at Sakumono for your elevators nationwide. For free consultation, to call or WhatsApp us on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators, the elevator people.
For over 20 years of serving the world with herbal and alternative medicine, we've been successful in treating complicated medical conditions with a perfect combination of herbal and alternative methods of treatments like homeopathy, naturopathy, reflexology, and many more. We deliver excellent and effective service to people from all walks of life through scientific and traditional means. We have a well-equipped laboratory with advanced diagnostic and treatment devices to help detect your illness, so we know the right medication to be given. At Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital, we are proud manufacturers of our own herbal medication. Our zeal and passion to save lives with our patients at heart and outstanding achievements since 1996 has won us several awards. That is why we say, go herbal, go Amen. We are located everywhere in all the regions. Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital. Allahu Shafi, God is the He.
On my long and stressful days, I long for the refreshing company of my favorite companion.
Wow, my favorite.
Tomato onions, maybe tomatoes.
Hi. Oh, hello. Please, I need to know the drink you were enjoying earlier at the shop.
Sure. Even on Sundays in the market, nothing is for one.
Ah. Makuma swaji.
Guess what I brought? A refreshing companion for you and I.
My favorite.
Angel Drinks. Nyamepe, nyawenijihu.
This advert is FDA approved.
Everything 12 January, I got him say about Afcon every year. My Afcon and Soja call. I won't fear Hisense TV, Afcon TV, and a sound system. Yatisu say who? A Hisense Afcon double promo. The best of Afcon beer. I love Afcon beer. Can clear our Hisense and the Afcon TV so. Sadamna Yedida. Let's a commentary no so chagua. Tieni clear our Hisense sound system so. Bora Hisense showroom bia. Na ube say atete TV any sound system so. Esan Afcon inti. Sa uto ade wa Hisense ya. Wasu jo Hisense go on about 5 years manufacturer defect warranty. Sa Afcon radio. Ya mani je no anya double. If you say Hisense will hama Hisense. Ya de wanna to football so. Esan football inti. Hisense she kakra wo hu.
We are back, bringing you the latest lineup from Betway. Betway starts strong with their front two, with Free Play Friday and Swipe Bet. In the middle, you've got all the control with Cash Out and Build a Bet. Plus, with Win Boost, you can boost your sports bets. At the back, they have Smart Picks and the Partial Daily Jackpot. you always get way more with Betway.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. No under 18. Terms and conditions apply. Betway. Get way more.
The biggest car center in Ghana, offering unparalleled round-the-clock service in autos and accessories. Nadam Autofix is the biggest distributors of used tires in Ghana, offering first-grade second-hand car tires of all rim sizes at both wholesale and retail prices. We are also the leading name in car sensor diagnostics, corrections and sales of car accessories. We excel in car washing and detailing with state-of-the-art steam engine washing machines that keep water away from your engine, ensuring a clean, healthy and responsive engine. Nadam Autofix, the first name in servicing, car accessories and car washing. Visit us today and experience the world of class difference. Find us today at Asoridaho, directly opposite Dansoman KFC and the Shell filling station. For more details, you can call us on 0503 244 266 or 0535 339823. Nado Motofix, Wukwain Sunyonko Papa.
Welcome back to the program. It's Good Morning Ghana, and I have in the studio lawyer Godwin Ediji Tameko with me, and he's Director of Legal Affairs of the NDC. Lawyer, welcome. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Happy New Year.
And, Happy New Year. My first time on the platform this year. And 22 years of Good Morning Ghana.
Yes.
That's solid. That's solid.
Yes.
And in all of this, I want to thank the able producers, Dr. Randy Abe, who had basically heralded, shepherded this whole program. I do know that the last time you won the best media personality at the recent program that was held. Incidentally, coincided with his 50th birthday as well. And Ghanaians celebrated Randy for the platform.
You know the thing about him with awards?
Information and education.
He doesn't like awards.
Yeah, but you see...
I'm just giving him away.
No, I agree, but you
he's
see...
like, if he's nominated for awards, okay, if I won, they should bring it to me. He would not, like, pursue it. I don't know.
That's a personal decision.
Yeah.
But what he cannot also take away is the fact that people recognize what he's doing. And you'll be shocked the number of persons glued to this program. It's a must watch. People watched it. And his moderating skills with yours on Mondays and what have you had given this platform. I mean, there are a lot of platform or programs from Metro TV, but I can tell you that one of the unique things about Good Morning Ghana is the fact that you represent shades of opinion. You don't bring one-sided people to come and have a monologue. You always ensure on this platform, from Monday to Friday, that there is what? Divergent views. So at the end of the day, you leave your listeners to form their impression or opinion or whatever. But you have never restricted or provided a one-side conversation. Today I'm here, Honorable Adomako is here. We represent the two major views in this country, and they start from Monday, ends on Friday. And it's been consistent for 22 years. This level of consistency is not due. Others use their platform to do all kinds of agenda setting, create monologues, create platforms to do all kinds of propaganda and mischief. But here, on this platform, You do not. Because you, the moderators, are equally educated. And so you understand the issues. So when we come and we are doing something, you fact check us. And that has made this program extremely unique in the past 22 years. So once again, congratulations.
Well, so he's mentioned him, but let me officially introduce him. Member of Parliament for the Anya Sotum constituency, Dixon. Dr. Dixon Adumakukisi, I'm talking about medical doctor for that matter. Happy New Year, Doc. You're welcome and good morning to you.
Thank you. Thank you. And Happy New Year to yourself and the entire team for good morning. In fact, just to add to some of the things that lawyer has said, what I also have observed, you know, for my few times is the fact that even during the show, you're able to add the inputs of your listeners and viewers.
Yes.
And I think that is a huge plus. And you have viewers of very high caliber who also contribute or even do the fact checks for us on the panel. Yeah. And I really think that is quite you know, impressive. I'm always very impressed by the contribution of your viewers. And interestingly, I think it's the one show that everybody makes time to watch in the morning before flipping to other channels. So kudos, and this should be replicated across the country in terms of all the other media outlets because you set a certain standard, and it also makes it very, you know, useful for us when we come on set. Because I go home with, you know, also knowing the perspective of other people, including largely your viewers. And I think that that is a plus when you have viewers making contributions as they do via text, email, WhatsApp, and all that. So I think that is, you know, a plus.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I've read a couple of messages on our social media pages that I think some of them, they have one chorus and they say, you people, you always make me get to work late.
Yep. Oh, yes. And I mean,
I'm not
very
sure.
elderly people, and they'll tell you that today you delayed me. Yes, you delayed me. And that's how serious people
take the program.
Take this program. And I want to just urge you, Ghanaians are watching. They are the final deciders relative to what you're doing. So when the awards come, Boss Randy Abbey, you take it. It is our
well deserved.
Exactly.
You know, it's interesting how
see, regardless of what Randy thinks, he will allow his panel the opportunity to make their point. All because he wants a certain representation of the different shades of ideas in the country. I am not comfortable with monologue. God himself is not comfortable with monologue. So after Adam, he had to add Eve to balance, to even the conversation. So what it tells you is that these things are very critical, that in whatever we do, we establish a certain level of balance. And that you have done consistently for 22 years. Randy, your team, I salute you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. There's one thing that Archbishop said about him in the church service. He said that, you know, anytime he comes to church, he's hiding in some corner. He won't dance, he won't do anything. He's like that at work. You know, for someone who sits on TV and is always hiding, it's interesting how he manages to get into people's hearts anyway. But Doc, happy birthday. Belated happy birthday to you again. And happy birthday to Good Morning Ghana for 22 years. To viewers, we're grateful, and MTN is also telling us that they want to, you know, reward you for using the Momo platform, and so the App Store and the Momo Pay is available for you. That you transact your business on the platform. Merchants, either through the merchants are also not left out, either through the QR code or merchant ID, and stand a chance of winning 1,000 Ghana cedis weekly. or other amazing prizes. So our merchants are also not left out with the rewards. As I said, you receive the payments as you keep using the Momo Pay on the Momo app and get rewarded. Now there are lots and lots of exciting prizes as well, apart from the 1,000 Ghana cedis. So you want to visit the website, is momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh, momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh for the Momo business today. It's Momo season, so Momo with Momo Pay, terms and conditions applied. Now, Kel Kids toothpaste also available for the morning if your kids are, brushing their teeth. We're told that they have open school, so you want to use the Kel Kids toothpaste for them, since every morning they have to brush their teeth and it's sometimes a struggle. Use it. It's flavored with strawberry, and so it makes it easy for the children to get addicted to it. It protects their gums and cavities as well. Now, Kel Kids toothpaste is recommended for children only between the ages of 2 and 6. All right, from 2 all the way to 6, they can use it. I'll tell you about a Kel toothpaste when I get there. So Kel Kids is Happy Smile, it says. Now, lift and elevator is also still available, ready to install the elevators in your homes if you are having difficulty climbing up your stairs. And then they also will help you lift your goods as well. It can be installed within a period of 3 days. If you want it, they will do it in a period of 3 days. Lift and elevators is at Sakumono. Call them on 0200-535-515 or send an email to elevators@ghana.com for consultations and best solutions and easy vertical movement. Now, Amin Alternative Medical Hospital is also saying that they are available for you to come and do all your checks. And the Amin Alternative Medical Hospital comes in, it helps you cure your ailments. It is one of the best medicine hospitals in Ghana today for all your health consultations on counseling, physiotherapy, and homeopathic medicine. Amin Alternative Hospital has the best for you. And also, they are available from Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Sundays at 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Call them on 0207-229-505 or 0244-227-192 to book your appointments. Amin Alternative Medical Hospital, it says God is your healer. Now, on the front page of the Daily Guide, it says that 326 to contest MPP parliamentary primaries. The story is on page 3. Okay. So the governing New Patriotic Party, MPP, has approved 326 parliamentary primary aspirants to contest for the parliamentary primaries in the various constituencies of the party to select its parliamentary candidates on January 27th this month. According to the party, out of the 373 who filed for the primaries to contest for primaries in constituencies where the party has certain MPs, 29 will go unopposed. 11 were disqualified, 2 referred to the National Executive Committee, 2 withdrew from the contest and submitted in an incomplete form, while 2 failed to appear at the vetting. Some prominent individuals who will be contesting unopposed include the Member of Parliament for Ayawaso West Wogon, Lydia Seriam Al-Hassan. Oh, she's one of the unopposed. Wow.
Because they disqualified...
Women empowerment.
No, it has nothing to do with women empowerment. They disqualified the young man who wanted to contest her.
Oh, no. Okay. That is what enabled her
his was
unopposed.
Incomplete forms or something like that.
Yeah, so the gentleman was disqualified to allow her to go unopposed.
Not... Okay, you continue. Let me let you finish.
No, the gentleman was disqualified.
I wanted you not to create an impression that this is a special decision by the MPP. That's what you are alluding to. No.
You carry on.
Okay.
I'm not going to fight this morning.
MP for Kankwe Central, Patrick Yao Boama, MP for Dalmango, and Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Samuel Abujinapo. Others include MP for Bosonche, the Minister for Education, Dr. Yao Osei Duchum, wow. MP for Abetifi and Minister for Food and Agriculture, Dr. Brian Yao Champong, MP for New Driving South, and Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry, Mr. Ochibefi, MP for Apa West Ochim, or Upper West Achievement, Deputy Minister for Transport, Frederick Obin Adum, wow. MP for Doma. Oh, some of the wows coming from you. MP for Doma is Paul Aprekuchum Berima, and MP for Seshi Akontombra, Alex Tete, John Obua. MP for Ejusu and Deputy Minister for Finance, Dr. John Aponchia Kuma. That's John Kuma. So MP for Efidjase Nana Ayu Efri. Oh, you Efri is going on a post. Lucky him. Hey, how did he do it?
Carry on.
I won't carry on.
He's been working hard.
He has, eh? Wow. Okay. So we have MP for Offensive South, Isaac Yao Opoku, MP for Akrofum, Alex Blanksing, MP for Tano South, Dr. Benjamin Yeboah Setre, MP for Tolong, and Second Deputy Majority Whip Alhaji Dusul Habib. Okay. MP for Karaga. Okay. MP for Karaga and Deputy Minister of State at the Ministry of Finance, Mohamed Amin Adam, MP for Kushegu, and Deputy Minister for Transport Al-Hassan Suleimana Tampuli, MP for Tatale Sanguli, and Deputy Minister of Roads and Highways Thomas Mbomba, and among others who will contest on the post. The party also set up an appeals committee to help address grievances of aspirants who had challenges with the vetting process. Meanwhile, some notable parliamentarians include senior members of leadership of parliaments and committee chairs and deputies, ministers, and who have announced their decision to contest for the upcoming parliamentary elections in their respective constituencies. All right, let me leave it here. So we have their majority leader for the MP leader and MP for Swami Osei Chairman Sabon. So first Deputy Speaker, MP for Bekwai Osei Owusu, Kennedy Ohene Japan Asin Central, Joe Gate, MP for Sigado Ketan, Achime Buakwa, also Atacha is here, MP for Okere and Minister and Minister for Local Government, Rural Development, Damboche, several others. Right. Okay. That has been in the news for a while. Yeah. But why didn't you go unopposed? I know you spoke about it, in the latter part of ending 2023.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I think reasons for going unopposed largely depends on one, the interest of those who are coming to contest. That is one thing. So if you're in a constituency where there's nobody to contest you, I mean, that is a blank check for you. So, but for me, I have contest, and it's a one-on-one with another person. But I'm hoping to come out victorious on the 27th. Because I think that over the past 3 years, I've done the work to the best of my knowledge, and I've put in the effort, and I believe that there's also a huge advantage to constituencies that maintain their member of parliament. And why do I say that? I think that the experience gathered through this 8th parliament will be rich, will really be a huge plus in the next parliamentary session if I'm granted the opportunity. And to be also fair to the people, it's important to have a performing member of parliament. And I think that there's been challenges, largely due to the entire country's economic situation. And I'm hoping that people will make judgment based on individual performance rather than necessarily boxing the challenges in general, which is the inflation, or which is our visit to the IMF, and these things that are quite heavy and not a fault of any specific parliamentary candidate or parliamentary member.
You said you have 2 people contesting you, right?
I have 1.
Oh, you have 1?
1.
Ooh.
So it's a hit or miss. And
indeed.
And this is somebody I contested with last time.
Okay.
And he came out third, and the one who came out second decided not to come.
Did he throw his support behind you?
No,
Who came out?
He's maintaining a neutral composure at the moment. But some of the others are also in support. The last time we were 5. And this time around it's just me and him. Granted, it's going to be a tough one. I won't take it for granted. But I think that out of the two, I stand out tall in the sense that I'm now very vexed with parliamentary dealings and also have had the experience of interacting with very people in Parliament. And I'm hoping that my people will make judgment based on the projects that are ongoing for our constituency and the fact that...
What are the projects? These are some of your projects?
Yes. This is the Agenda 111 in my constituency. And I believe that this will be the biggest employer in my constituency when it's completed. We're looking at well over 2,000 employees. You know, it has a mortuary and has so much going for us if and when this is done. This is not too far from the municipal building. And then I do a lot of health screening. This was focused on year-end when we had time with the kids and also attended to people's health needs. So there's been quite a lot. I've done so many programs to touch so many lives, and I've been also very active in the media domain, which I think brings me here this morning. And I believe that if we're talking about a candidate who is also known to the people and to help us make that win in December 2024, then I believe that Dr. Dixon Abahukisi will be your best candidate in the sense that I'm a known face at the moment. And I believe that whether we like it or not, 2024 December elections is going to be very tough. And you need somebody who's been through the mill to help us secure the seat again, in as much as it's a stronghold of the MPP at this point in time, based on some of the challenges we've had with other elections. I believe that we need to go in foolhardy with somebody who has been there before and won against the same opponent. In fact, the NDC candidate is the same person I contested with last time, and the gap was 30,000 plus. And I believe that if during these 3 years I've been sleeping, to wipe out those 30,000 plus votes is not going to be very easy for the NDC, especially when they're bringing a...
That was the gap between you and the NDC?
The NDC, yes. And I believe that I can certainly, I mean, the goal is to make sure that we win the seat. And I think that with my pedigree, matching the NDC, I can assure the party of a win. And I think that is also critical in terms of the decision making.
What are some of the critical problems in your constituency?
Ours is largely roads
okay.
and drains. You know, we're sort of in a valley, so we have huge flood issues in some areas like Nomnava, in some areas like Olebu, and then Anya Enclave and Antieku, where I actually live. So I've been pushing and I'll continue to push, and I believe that with the Vice President's cabinet, which will be new and different, I'm very sure that many monumental changes will occur, even preceding his coming as a member of, the new dawn for 2025, and hopefully the MPP retains power. But when all is said and done, I think the 27th will be the deciding day, and I'm using this opportunity to appeal to the delegates, one, to look at my track record and to look at the fact that I've been very active in Parliament I mean, that's where they sent us to actually work on legislative work, research, monitoring, and then more so to do with helping with policy assessment. And I've made numerous contributions. Fortunately for me, I've had the experience of 4 committees within these 3 years, namely the Health Committee, Environment, Science and Tech. We have Public Account, and then also, lastly, Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration. So this is the rich experience I have now, just within these 3 years. And I believe that the sky is the limit if I'm granted a second term. And I'm making this appeal on Metro TV, on Good Morning Show, that my constituents and my friends can encourage our delegates to retain my very good self, so that I can continue.
I think your marketing department should be bringing a bill.
I'm just talking about my constituency.
We're talking about his constituency this morning, Honorable, because effectively he's using this platform to campaign and pitch to the delegates.
I'm only making a case.
That I'm still your campaign, your MP. Vote for me.
Yes.
So that's basically what he's saying, right?
Yes.
He's using the platform to pitch. I mean, it's fair. The only thing, I mean, is to wish him well. We've been on this program together a couple of times. He comes across as a gentleman, largely because of his training as a medical doctor, I believe. I think we need these kind of people in our politics, and not the usual rabble rousing, you don't even know what their contributions are. So on this note, I want to wish him well in the MPP primaries. If you look at the last assembly elections in that particular municipality, the NDC performed extremely well, and I want to believe that with the mismanagement by the Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration, the people in his constituency have seen the light and would appreciate that the mess that the MPP had brought to Ghanaians and would make a change. And so I am rooting for, ultimately, the NDC candidate in that constituency when he is elected as the parliamentary candidate. Because it's easier to beat him now.
Oh, really?
At least with his government having performed abysmally.
We'll also give you, the marketing department will give you.
If you bring a different candidate, the person may just come and say, oh, I've not been part of the Akufo-Addo, blah, 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 blah. So I think on this call, I want to wish you well in the primaries. Finish and come and face our candidate in the national election.
We'll face him.
He knows. And for a showdown.
He knows
it's going to be a proper showdown.
Are you going to use indelible ink in your voting?
Well, I think this has been a new thing. Just recently, during the presidential, we had indelible ink. And I think that the mode of operation will not be different, because once we set a certain tone, I'm anticipating that will not be changed.
But
for us,
but the indelible ink reform introduced by the EC, it said it was eliminating indelible ink from the Assembly's election and subsequent.
Well, since it's an internal type arrangement, I don't know what our party's protocol would be, but for us, this is a one-venue election, and it would not even afford you the opportunity to, as it is, go to another polling station 10 miles away to cast your vote. So, and the agents will double-check if you voted already. So, it will be of no use to anybody to try to double vote. And if you try, I mean, you'll be caught, especially in a local arrangement where the polling station executives know themselves. And once they know you've come out of the queue or voted and they see you back in there, it'll be very confusing, yeah. So the issues related to indelible ink, I think, very minimal for this election.
Okay, so we've been discussing it for some days now, since we started the show, and the minority in Parliament has spoken to it officially. The story says that minority caucus in Parliament has said that it will fight the decision of the Electoral Commission to scrap the use of indelible ink in the 2024 general elections, as well as the election management body's proposal to close polls by 3 p.m. so it can have 3 hours of daylight to collate the results transparently. Either though the EC marked voters' fingernails with the ink to ensure they do not vote more than once, although the polls close at 5 p.m. The EC wants to reform these two aspects of the national elections. The minority caucus, however, informed former President John Mahama during a tour of the Volta region that they will not have none of that. Minority Chief Whip Gavin Sagboja said that, Mr. President, quote, Mr. President, the EC has conducted illegal district-level elections. The use of indelible ink is not a discussion, it's a matter of law. But I promise you, when the Parliament resumes, your gallant minority side, hey, gallant ke, your gallant minority side will take the necessary action against the EC. We promise that the people of this country, that the thinking of conducting the 2024 election without indelible ink or closing at 3 p.m. can only happen on our dead bodies. Now, this is what has generated a lot of problems, where he had to come back and explain himself for what he said. And it says that double voting will not happen. Mr. President, we encourage you to work hard on other parts of the country. Meanwhile, the Defemekpo rise to EC. Member of Parliament for South Dine constituency, Roxanne Nelson Defemekpo, has written to the Electoral Commission asking it to rescind its decision to abandon indelible ink during the 2024 election. Defemekpo have threatened to use every legal means available to compel the EC to reverse the decision should this request be ignored. In a letter dated January 9, 2024 and addressed to the EC, the South Dine lawmakers said the EC's decision to unconstitutional and contravenes Article 51 of the 1992 Constitution and Regulation 33 of CI 127. Article 51 of 1992 Constitution states that the Electoral Commission shall, by constitutional instrument, make regulations for the effective performance of its functions under the Constitution or any other law, and in particular for the registration of votes, the conduct of public elections and referenda, including provision of voting by proxy. In pursuance of Article 51, your Commission gazetted and brought to Parliament in 2020 a constitutional instrument to govern the electoral activities of the Commission. It was presented and laid, and after 21 parliamentary sitting days, it said the said constitutional instrument matured, got serial numbered as CI 127, and has since become part of our electoral laws. The Defemekpo therefore asked that if the decision is not reversed within 7 days upon receipt of his letter, he will employ every lawful means possible to make the electoral management body comply. And by this letter, therefore, I demand that you reverse within 7 days upon receipt of the letter, and the said administrative directive on lawfully removing of use of the indelible ink as part of our electoral authentication process, and undoubtedly amounts to the unilateral repeal of Regulation 33, Sub-Regulation 2, Paragraph C of Constitutional Instrument 127, 2020, without any recourse to Parliament in only constitutional mandated organ of the state so to do. Right. Lawyer.
Yes, consistent with our resolve to resist oppressors' rule, and persons who take the laws of this country into their hands. The NDC has served notice, which notice was served by the national chairman of the party in the person of Johnson Asidu Enkitia in the last press conference held, that the NDC is diametrically opposed by this capricious decision by Madame Jane Mensah to do away with indelible ink in our public elections. It's important to make this point, that Madame Jane Mensah should recognize that she is the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, not of a banana republic, but a country governed by laws. You see, Madame Jane Mensah, from the time Akufo-Addo removed Charlotte Osei and placed her in that position, had come to the conclusion that her continual stay in office, right, is not predicated on the 1992 Constitution, but as long as the NPP stays in power.
Oh.
And so, everything that she had been doing right from the time Charlotte Osei was removed and she became the replacement is to undermine our electoral processes consistently. And I'll demonstrate a few. If you recall, in 2020, December the 6th, in a very whimsical and capricious manner, just by a stroke of pen, nothing more, nothing else, she decided to disenfranchise over 15,000 people in Central Kofi, Akpafu, Likwe, and Lolobi. Just by a stroke of pen. And nobody has held this woman to account for that conduct. In fact, that misconduct. And so, in the 2020 election petition, once again, through legal engineering, she was prevented from testifying about her own work. And so Madame Jane Mensah feels emboldened that she is Lord unto herself. She will not respect the laws of this republic, and she will do what pleases her. But we are serving notice that she won't have it this time. No, she won't. Listen, Madame Jane Mensah herself made a constitutional instrument, CI 127. Incidentally, before making this instrument, she took it before the Parliament of this Republic upon Gazette notification dated the 2nd July 2020. Curiously, this law that Madame Jane Mensah made herself, she had decided to put the law aside and do what pleases her. Arguably, why would anybody want to put a law that she herself played before the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana, went through the 21 gestation period? Why would she want to do that? Impunity. 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 And so Madame Jane Mensah even now feels that Ghana is no longer a country governed by laws, but a country governed by the wishes of Madame Jane Mensah. This is the instrument she herself took to Parliament, Regulation 33. I just want to read for our listeners. And if you look at the preamble, it says, I just want to quote that portion. It said, in the exercise of the powers conferred on the Electoral Commission by Article 51 of the Constitution, these regulations are made this first day of July 2020. Now, if you look at the very tail end, the person who signed it is no other person but Madame Jane Mensah. Now, guess what Madame Jane Mensah has decided to do, contrary to what is in the law, Regulation 33 2C. When I was coming, I decided to screenshot that portion for my analysis. Now, if you look at Regulation 33 2C, let me start the whole of 2 so you can see the import. 33.1. It says, a voter who desires to vote shall be present at the allotted station, and the presiding officer or polling assistant shall, after being satisfied that A is a voter, a registered, and has not already voted, or deliver the ballot paper to the voter. Now, 2, that's sub-regulation 2. Immediately, now listen, immediately before the ballot paper is delivered to the voter, A, before the ballot paper is delivered to the voter, A, the ballot paper shall be marked with the official validating stamp of the commission. B, a mark shall be placed on the copy of the register against the number of the voter to indicate that the ballot paper has already been received. And C, a mark shall, not may. It is not discretionary. It says a mark shall, so far as possible, be permanent, shall be made on the voter before the ballot paper will even be issued to you. This is what is in the law. So who is Madame Jane Mensah? To be doing as it pleases her. Who is she? What does it think she is?
So it's right to consider what happened in the Assembly's election as illegal?
That's a conversation for another day.
Okay.
But I'm saying that I don't want to get distracted. I am focused on the presidential election of 2024 and the parliamentary. That is where my attention is. And I'm saying that this capricious decision by her in the last assembly election on the 19th December 2023 should be the end. She should not try this nonsense in 2024. We will not take it. That one, we will not take it. And this thing that we are saying, you see, Madame Jane Mensah is toying with the peace of this country. And moral society in this country, the clergy, imams, opinion leaders, traditional leaders are quiet. Once this woman consistently drags this country into an abyss. And we need to be very careful. We need to be careful. Because you see, if there was no legal provision and the matter left for her to decide, that is a different ball game altogether. This one, she made this instrument. I recall, at the time when she was making this instrument, some of us had an issue with it. What were the issues? We have always said that in making constitutional instrument by the Electoral Commission, the EC had always relied on the input of political parties. And so, there was a subcommittee at IPAC responsible for putting together this constitutional instrument. The NDC rep on that committee has always been our first General Secretary, Lawyer Huduyaya. The MPP usually changes, either Obi Amwa or sometimes Dan Botwe or so. That time, CPP used to have Kwabena Bonfe on that committee. Then they'll get a lawyer from the Attorney General Department to assist in putting the constitutional instrument together. Madame Jane Mensah in 2020 decided that she would do this instrument by herself without the input of the political parties. Granted, for whatever it's worth. You went through Parliament. Now it has become law under Article 11.7 of the 1992 Constitution. And let me just reference what is in the Article 11.7 of the 1992 Constitution. It says, any order, rule, or regulation made by a person or an authority under power conferred by this Constitution or any other law shall. So you notice that she drew her power to make this instrument under Article 51. So it says, shall be laid before Parliament, be published in the Gazette on the day it is laid before Parliament. In fact, she laid this, the Gazette notification demonstrates 2nd July 2020. And now see, shall come into force at the expiration of 21 sitting days after being so late, unless Parliament, before the expiration of the 21 days, announce the order, rule, regulation by a vote of no less than 2/3. So you see, even this is a law that they're making it. To even abort the process, you need 2/3 of Parliament. The law went through Parliament's, parliamentary proceeding, consistent with Article 11.7 of the 1992 Constitution. So it has become law, recognized by the Constitution of the Republic. So who the hell is Madam Jane Mensah? That she can, by a stroke of pen, administratively say that this election you will not use indelible ink. So she has no respect even for Parliament that considered this instrument. What does she think she is? And hold on, the 1992 Constitution, okay, in Article 2, says that Ghanaians must resist unlawful conduct. It's in the Constitution. CI 127 was made pursuant to powers conferred on her under this Constitution by reason of Article 51. And so if she decides in a very capricious manner, the Constitution enjoins us to protect this Constitution against people like Jane Mensah.
Okay, I know there are various ways of resisting, but the platform of political, that's the political platform of making decisions was provided for you. The NDC excused itself for various reasons. I think last year I read somewhere that she called for all the parties to come back to IPAC so that you can make these decisions. How are you going to, are you just going to go straight to court, or you go back to IPAC so that you can make it clear to her that, well, this is a law, so you can't just by the stroke of pen make changes to it? How are you going to do it?
You see, the NDC has been part of the constitutional arrangement that we have had for the past 30-something years. The inception of IPAC around 1996, the NDC has been so very critical with this. In fact, something ironical happened. Whilst Madame Jane Mensah was then the IEA boss, she had always advocated for consensus building by the then Electoral Commission chairpersons Afarijan and Charlotte Osei. Her IEA used to organize programs for political parties to dialogue, to reach consensus, and to ensure that the even decisions by the Electoral Commission are not one that just come off without consulting the political parties. In fact, if you check the involvement of the IEA from 2010 on even moving the voter register into a biometric system, the evidence is there.
So can I come in now?
No, you will. Now, what you notice what you notice is that the NDC felt that the Jane Mensah that we knew at IEA, that respected dialogue, respected consensus building, having been made the Electoral Commission chairperson, will bring these lofty democratic ideas to the office. I don't know whether she works under the direct instruction of Mr. Akufo-Addo or Bawumia. Immediately this woman became the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, she jettisoned all this consensus building. And at a point even said, IPAC is just advisory. And so she's not bound by the decision of IPAC. and that she would do what pleases her. If I should tell you, Annie, that your advice matters not to me, would you advise me again for whatever is worth? Let me give you a classic example. The last limited registration exercise that she conducted from the 12th of September to 2nd October, she called an IPAC meeting. The political parties met her. At that meeting, it was Bosman Asari who met the political parties. And the political parties said, listen, you want to conduct limited registration exercise, do it in the electoral areas so that mobilizing will be registrants becomes easy. Bosman felt that, well, there was something reason because the CI 126 that she herself made in 2020 for the 2020 registration exercise clearly provided that in deciding the choice of a polling or registration center, consider two factors: suitability, critical suitability. This woman decided from nowhere that she was going to do the limited registration exercise in the district offices. Contrary to even what Bosman Asari and the other political parties had made. You understand? Yeah. So we need to get to the point where we understand the mindset of Madame Jane Mensah. That it is not that the NDC is not willing to partake in deliberations at IPAC. This woman has demonstrated disdain, scorn for consensus building. She believes that she has the backing of Akufo-Addo, and so she can do anything that pleases her. We are serving this notice to her that Ghana does not belong to Jane Mensah or Akufo-Addo or Dr. Bawumia. It belongs to all of us.
Right.
And it requires the collective, workings of both NDC and NPP to sustain this democracy. She should not take what is happening for granted.
Right. I'll get back to you. Yeah.
Please. So I think let's get some things straight. In one breath, the NDC abstained from a lot of dialogue leading up to the creation of the CI, and they have to admit that. Once you disengage, then whatever the outcomes are, you better not make too much noise, really. And I've always said that disengagement or abstaining is never in the best interest of democracy. Even when you have a dissenting mind, it is important that you state it categorically and you make people aware. Now, I find it a bit unfortunate that, clearly this is, I would say, a much to do about nothing. And I forgive me for saying that in the sense that we are enjoying advancement in society. We're enjoying advancement in terms of digitalization. Now when you get to the airport, customs and immigration is now a bit easier. Those cumbersome documents that we used to fill are all now almost a thing of the past because of the introduction of the Ghana card. And I believe that, listen, we should be all embracing in terms of the benefits of technology. One of the key things that I've gained from all of this is the fact that the biometric system is so powerful and that almost under no circumstance can an individual be verified twice. These are the facts. And even if verified once, the likelihood of the same name appearing at another location, impossible, almost impossible. So I would say that.
But the indelible ink is not a digital act. It's just.
I know, but the key point here is that I want to look at the benefits of taking it out, and then also look at the benefits of maintaining it, and then we need to do this in context of the fact that we have had now advancement of the processes. And let me even add that I've observed elections in the US where people just walk in, even without ID, and because their social security system works, with even just your social security number, they can know that, oh, this is Anne, or this is Annie, or this is Amma, or this is, and based on that, you can just go in and cast your vote, and you're gone. Now, it is highly unlikely that people with limited time in the US will make time and go and vote in, all these kinds of places. And let me even add that the beautiful thing about their advancement is the fact that even in your constituency, you don't necessarily need to be at your polling station. You could vote at a different polling station because the system is so robust that it is not necessarily polling station specific. And I think that...
But these are all designed by law.
Well, agreed. Now, I will stand with them when they say that she needs to rectify the CI. And then allow for this. But I would also plead that, are we making too much noise about something that really, really, really is insignificant? And is it that when she coughs, once she's the one coughing, the NDC necessarily must come and say, hey, we don't cough in this room? Or is it that when she's not coughing, the NDC has to come out and say, hey, you're not coughing, you're supposed to be coughing in this room? I think that, their critique or their case should be a bit more consistent, but they are very inconsistent in terms of how they manage Jean. Me, I'm not here to defend the Electoral Commission. I believe that no party even should bother to defend the Electoral Commission. They are the referee for this game, and I never, ever depend on the EC for my elections. If I do that, it's like going to a match and hoping that the referee can help you score your goal. My goodness, you end up in a ditch. So one thing is very clear in my mind. One, the MPP is not dependent on indelible ink to win 2024 election. The Vice President, who's now a flag bearer, very sophisticated in terms of his thinking, very firm in terms of the benefits of digitalization. And I'm sure that when he sees it playing out, he would be of the opinion that, hey, you know what, if the technology is so advanced, robust, and can safeguard the checks and balances to make sure that nobody is verified twice or votes twice, he'll be all for it. But I think that maybe it's a bit premature on the EC's part to remove, let me say, the inking of the finger in this election.
I don't know if the EC made a proposal at IPAC, but I also want to believe that if she made the proposal...
It cannot be changed at IPAC.
Yes.
I mean, respectfully. I mean, even if it can be part of the process of leading into the, abstention or the removal of using ink. And then again, I mean, I think that if for the sole reason of creating employment, as in the producers of the ink, maybe that's what the NDC is pushing for, which I don't have a problem with. I mean, there are things in our laws that over time, I mean, just recently, not to digress, somebody is being stopped from farming goods because of a norm that was there, which has somehow been resurrected. So not all laws are necessarily enforced, although they are in the books. I mean, I'm sure if we went into all of our laws with regards to even cell phones, most of our legal things about driving has nothing on cell phones. But now we have cell phones, and we haven't upgraded to the point where, there are seatbelt rules, but cell phone rules have not been upgraded on our system. So in summary, not all the laws of the land are necessarily enforced. That is one thing. And then two, you weigh the cost sometimes in terms of the processes of rescinding a law and the benefits of just leaving it and administratively agreeing to make the change. And I'm of the opinion that yes, let's agree to one key thing. If they are making all this noise and it would appease them, we might as well provide the ink and then go through the mill to correct or to
make the changes.
Make the change so that in 2024, December 7th, when the NDC has lost, they will not come back and blame it on ink, and that their collation will be apt, far better than what they did in 2020. And my recommendation to the NDC is to actually spend more time trying to ascertain how they will collate, because they've been a bit slow when it comes to collation. And I hope that, I mean, that even is more important, I really think, than ink on a finger. And moving forward, maybe I'm waiting for them to also admit that they should not have abstained in the various discussions that led to the creation of the CI. And these are some of the things that happen when you absent yourself from discussions and, very important dialogue. He made one reference to the fact that Jean Mensah has not been very collaborative. But I also must say that, listen, sometimes the people you are supposed to collaborate with, they have a duty to act in a very professional way. When you are doing, as it is, collaboration and the other parties involved are not acting appropriately, you cannot continue to stay in that same lane. It is a jaw-jawing, and if the other party, the NDC or the MPP, is not jaw-jawing, work must proceed. I mean, there are instances where meetings have been called 1, 2, 3, and more than 4 times, and the almighty umbrella party just abstains.
Yeah, but it gives you no right to breach the law. If
I'm
it's contained in your CI.
What I'm saying is that these issues may have been addressed if they had partaked in the discussions.
One thing I want you to comment on before lawyer. I didn't hear him on that, but I'm sorry. I'll come back to you. I just want to hear you on the 3 p.m., 5 p.m. debate as well. The closure of polls.
Well, I think that we did something remarkable, which was
for the records. Sly Mensah said he likes the indelible ink.
Oh yes. I mean, like I said,
he thinks that it's so significant. As a politician, he likes it.
Like I said, making a change. Listen, when I went through the airport recently, I didn't feel normal because I didn't have the chance to write.
I meant Sly Tete. I don't know why you have been mentioning Sly.
I understand you.
Is he okay?
Yeah. He's fine. I may even see him today.
Okay.
We have a common funeral to attend to.
Okay.
So I felt abnormal that I didn't have to do data entry at the airport, and I think that some people naturally, need that stamp, and some people also pride themselves going through town to say that, oh, I voted.
Yeah.
I voted. So I mean, it has its pluses and minuses, and I think that if that makes you happy, the alternative is there. I mean, when you get there, they say, do you want ink or you don't want ink? and you can bath in it if you want. So the NDC can bath in all the ink they want on December 7th, and nobody will be upset. And I believe that lawyer would go in with all his 4 fingers, or would you go with 1? But the key thing, on a more serious note, sometimes we focus on much to do about nothing in this country. And for me, it's even saddening that when we have surety that the verification process will only verify you once, I'm wondering why, why the fuss? And unless we don't believe in technology, we are now very, serious, and, we have adapted technology so well that I'm still at a loss in terms of the fact that we think we must get the ink.
Okay, I was asking you about also the
3 to 5 years. I was making a point that the polling stations are now managing for each polling station not more than 750 voters, and unlike before, where it was over 1,000 for some places. So if you have this number of people, 700 per center or even 750 per center, the likelihood of trying to close early at 3 is actually in all of us our interest, because there's always more issue when you count in the dark, and I believe that it is in the interest of both parties to ensure that vote counting is done during the daylight, where by 6 p.m. people have seen and everything is over. Because, when we do things at night, then the tensions are more high, and then people think that, hey, in the dark, 1 or 2 things may have happened. So I believe that closing early at 3 would also afford even the Electoral Commission to also collate quickly. And it is largely to the benefit of the NDC to even have us close early, so that collation, since they are a slow starter when it comes to collation, so that collation can start early, and then by midnight, votes are counted, and before the 8th, 6 a.m., Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will be declared as the winner of the 2024 general election, and His Excellency will assume the role on the 7th of January and bless this country with a lot of success, wonderful policies, and more importantly, we will see him in action by himself, of himself, and his administration. And I'm excited about that opportunity to work under His Excellency, the Vice President, Mahmoud Bawumia. He's a fantastic guy.
Right.
And I really think that the NDC will come to love him so much because he's really there for Ghanaians, and he will work hard for Ghanaians. He's a new thing for Ghana.
Doc.
Forgive me. I mean, I have to talk on his behalf, because that is what Ghana deserves.
Okay, it's okay. Let's take a breather. I know you want to make some responses, but I'll be back shortly.
MTN.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ambedu.
Good afternoon, Mr. Asari.
How is business doing?
My business is collapsing.
Why is your business collapsing?
I sold my products and services to my clients on credit, and my debtors are not paying their debts.
Have you heard of Rosic Consult Limited, a debt recovery company operating in all the 16 regions of Ghana?
Not at all.
Mr. Ampedu, all you need to do is to contact them on their customer service line. I recommend Rosic Consult Limited, a debt recovery company to financial institutions, businessmen and businesswomen, other companies, and also individuals. Rosic Consult has 98.4% debt recovery rate. We have professional debt recovery managers. You are assured of swift debt recovery. No recovery, no commission. For Rosic Consult Limited, no more write-offs. And we pre-finance the recovery ourselves.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kelkit Toothpaste. Wow. I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel Kids, happy smile.
Enjoy the fruits of your labor, they say. But as humans, aging and physical infirmity stands our way of enjoying our mansions and homes. It often becomes challenging, if not impossible, to use our stairways day in, day out. With portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators, PVs, you are assured of unlimited enjoyment of your mansions and homes. It's a self-supported elevator for vertical movement of humans and goods at homes and offices. The original comes in 3 custom-made models with wheelchair accessibility. Call it luxury, but it's a necessary imperative for vertical mobility. Do not let aging or infirmity limit you. Get one for your easy vertical mobility at home. It's affordable and can be installed in just 3 days without modification to your existing building. It's however easier to incorporate it at the construction stage. We also have traditional Fuji elevators and escalators for your high-rise buildings and malls. Visit Lifts and Elevators Company Limited at Sakumono for your elevators nationwide. For free consultation to call or WhatsApp us on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators, the elevator people.
For over 20 years of serving the world with herbal and alternative medicine, we've been successful in treating complicated medical conditions with a perfect combination of herbal and alternative methods of treatments like homeopathy, naturopathy, reflexology, and many more. We deliver excellent and effective service to people from all walks of life through scientific and traditional means. We have a well-equipped laboratory with advanced diagnostic and treatment devices to help detect your illness, so we know the right medication to be given. At Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital, we are proud manufacturers of our own herbal medication. Our zeal and passion to save lives with our patients at heart and outstanding achievements since 1996 has won us several awards. That is why we say, go herbal, go Amen. We are located everywhere in all the regions. Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital. Allahu Shafi, God is the He.
We are back bringing you the latest lineup from Betway. Betway starts strong with their front 2 with Free Play Friday and Swipe Bet. In the middle, you've got all the control with Cash Out and Build a Bet. Plus, with Win Boost, you can boost your sports bets. At the back, they have Smart Picks and the Partial Daily Jackpot. You always get way more with Betway.
These adverts have been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, no under 18. Terms and conditions apply. Betway, get way more.
Stadium feeling, everything 12 January, I call him say about Afcon every year. My Afcon and Soja call. I won't fear Hisense TV, Amcom TV, and a sound system. Yatisu say who? A Hisense Afcon double promo. Yeah, best you Afcon beer. I love Afcon beer. Can clear our Hisense and the Amcom TV so. Sadonly Yedida. That's a commentary no so chagua. Electoral our Hisense sound system so. Bora Hisense showroom bia. Na ube usa ya TV any sound system so. Esan Afcon ninti. Sa uto ade our Hisense ya. Wasumu Jones Hisense nkwana ma 5 years manufacturer defect warranty. Sa Afcon radio. Yama ni je na anya double. If we say Hisense mo hama mo. Hisense. Ya de bona to football. Esan football ninti.
Discover the perfect blend of quality, modern elegance, and affordability with Kingdom Home Real Estate. At Kingdom Home Real Estate, we cater to both local and international clients, offering exceptional housing options in Ebri and Ikropong. Our properties are conveniently located, providing a tranquil atmosphere, top-notch security, and essential amenities such as electricity, water, and backup generators. Our strategic locations offer easy access to popular tourist destinations, all within a 30-minute drive from Accra. Visit us in Ekropon right after the latter junction or in Ebri near the Ebri Girls Senior High School. Alternatively, you can reach us Kingdom Home Real Estate, where your dream home becomes a reality.
Have you been to Aqua Safari lately? Let me share my experience with you at the new Aqua Safari Resort. When you arrive, you're greeted by warm smiles and introduced to your 24-hour butler who already has your itinerary sorted. Enjoy water sports activities like jet ski rides, kayaking, water sliding, flyboarding, and castnet fishing. You can even have your lunch here on the boat cruise. Experience horseback riding, tennis, and some golfing amongst a host of other activities. Let the tour guides take you through the sceneries of the Volta River, the mangrove forest, the friendliness of the animals, local and exotic birds, while you pet and feed them. You can have this large space for your conferences, corporate retreats, and so many activities as part of the package. We chose to have our breakfast with a beautiful sunrise right in front of our cabin. We had an amazing experience and I can't wait to return for more.
Visit Aqua Safari Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Right, welcome back to the program. It's Good Morning Ghana. I'm still in the studio with the MP for Anyaso constituency, who is, fighting to hold on to his seat in the primaries, the upcoming primaries, Dr. Dixon Domako Kisi, and also with lawyer Ediji Tameklo, who is the director of legal for the NDC as well. Lawyer, I'm going to let you, give me that response, but quickly, let me just do this where Kingdom Real Estate is also reminding you that it's making available some facilities for you if you are hoping to own an estate. So they are actually on the Ibri Ekropong mountains with the best of weather conditions, 30 minutes drive from Accra, and it says that it provides the facilities with CCTV cameras, standby generators, and constant water supply. And also they're surrounded with lovely tourist sites as well. Ibri Botanical Garden, Botifo Safari Valley Resort. Do people still go to the Ibri Botanical Garden? They do?
Yeah, I'm taking my kids there.
No, some guy promised me that he's taking me to. I said,
Ebri say Ebri. Very nice stuff at the Ebri Botanical
No, some guy promised me. I turned it down.
So excited about it.
Okay.
Yes, they always still ask me.
Okay.
Daddy, when are we going back to Ebri?
All right. So Kingdom Real Estate says that it will give you 70% upfront payment, and then 30% will be spread 2 years for you to finish the payment. The office is near Ebri Girls, Ekropong, and Latter Junction as well. And call them on 0559 611 144 or 0555 621 611. Visit us on the www.kingdomhomerealestate.com on the Facebook page as well. You can reach them there. Now, Angel Orange, Angel Mango, Angel Peach, Angel Lime is also still available on the market for events and programs. You want to call them on 0244 832286 or 05078788668 to make an order. It's also available for children. I mean, children can also enjoy Angel Cola and all the other flavors that it provides. Now, Kel Charcoal toothpaste, and I told you that when I get here, I'll remind you, we have the Kel Charcoal kits. That's for children between the ages of 2 and 6. Kel Charcoal is for everybody above the age of 6, okay? So it's made from the pineapple plantain and mixed with charcoal with essential medical properties that help remove toxins from the body. So its natural absorptive property of charcoal helps to remove the bacteria that produces bad breath in the mouth and hence gives you fresh breath all day. So Kel Charcoal toothpaste has also been formulated and produced under strict hygienic conditions, so you can trust that it's healthy for you, and it will give you all day long fresh breath and white teeth reduce dental plaque as well. Curl Charcoal toothpaste for it says that it's another quality product that's from Samara Company Limited. Now, Betway cash out offer says, yes, so cool. Betway cash out got better, and our enhanced early, partial, and auto cash out features let you cash your bets out early, cash out portion of your ongoing bets, and even set your bets out cash automatically. All you need is to give you more control over every thrilling bet you place. Sign up at betway.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply, regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. And also, Game Park Game Limited is also available for you if you want to live like a tycoon, then you want to join the game. It draws live on Adum TV at 9 a.m., 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. daily. And also, you can download the Game Park Game app on Play Store and can also play on other websites. It is www.gameparkgame.com or by dialing *946 on all networks. Just choose from our numbers from 0 to 6, and it's easy to play, easy to win. Shall I play some game and make some moolah? It says Game Park Game is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18, so play responsibly. Lawyer, specifically, I just want you to address, if EC refuses to, go back on its words, what will you do? And then you can also give me a response on the 3 p.m., 5 p.m. debate.
Whatever strategies that we are keeping to ourselves for now, we still want to give her the benefit of the doubt that, like, what do you call it, Saul, she will have a Damascus moment and change her ways. You see, Annie, whilst listening to Honorable, I felt that being an MP, he would want to urge the commission chairperson to respect laws that came before Parliament. I didn't get that, vibe from him. And he tried to, I'm sure he's trying to weigh what position his party will have so that it doesn't look like he's opposed to the reasoning of his party. So he, in most instances, even trivialized the conversation. You see, it is convenient to say in the US you can use social security number to vote. But if you recall, even when we did the biometric voter register, even the use of National Health Insurance card for the purpose of just identifying somebody together with harvesting the person's biometrics, the MPP rushed to the Supreme Court. Possibly you are not aware. I can understand. The claim is that because we have a biometric voters register, it is convenient to do away with the use of the indelible ink. As at 2020, when Madame Jane Mensah was making CI 127, right, she knew that we had a biometric register because Regulation 32 of CI 127 recognizes two modes of verifying a candidate: biometric verification and manual verification. If you recall, Madame Jane Mensah's claim for destroying the previous biometric register and compiling a new one was that she wanted to introduce another layer called what? Facial recognition. You recall? Suddenly we all became experts in facial recognition. Did she use that in the 2020 election? Did she use it? No. Because she knew that that additional layer will make the register stronger. So we had only two options.
She didn't want to make the register stronger.
For whatever is worth. So we had only two options: biometric verification under Regulation 32(1) and manual verification. These two verification modes are recognized under CI 127, made by Jane Mensah herself. Now, when you verify somebody manually, what mark will be on the person if there's no indelible ink? Honorable, you have gone through an election. So you should appreciate these dynamics. That there are two modes. Some people, by reason of fiscal limitations, right, you are not able to harvest their biometrics.
Biometrics, okay.
If you look at the Constitution, Article 42, it recognizes only 3 limits to your right to vote. Only 3, nothing more. And it says here, every citizen of Ghana of 18 years of age or above and of sound mind has the right to vote and is entitled to be registered to be a voter. So only 3, citizenship, 18 years and above, and soundness of mind. The consensus is that unless you get medical certification that the person is mad, it's extremely difficult to prove soundness of mind. So if you look at the two political parties, what we have always had the engagement on is citizenship and the issue of minors, right? Now, the CI itself recognizes that there are limitations inherently in the biometric register, and therefore introduce another layer called manual verification. You see, Joseph Stalin of Great Russia once made a point. He said, the people who vote don't matter. The people who matter are those who count the votes. Yes, Joseph Stalin. You know why? You know why? A mischievous Electoral Commission official can decide to do more manual verification than biometric. And once she does it, do you know the end result? Without the indelible ink, multiple voting. And all you need to do is to ensure that if there are 750 registered voters here, ensure that only 700. So the question of overvoting does not arise. And this is what Jane Mensah wants to do. She is not aware we know her plans. Look, and you see the thing that we say...
This is what you are alleging.
No. The thing that we say, we are not, as it were, just sitting somewhere. She did it in the 2020 election. Do you know why she did?
Was she
the 2020?
Was she at the polling center?
Oh, I'll let you know.
No, lawyer.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
When Parliament passed CI 127. In CI 127, as the schedule, it has a schedule, the forms of each of the documents to be used for the election. One of the documents is Form 8B. Anybody who has been part of our election knows that Form 8B is the presidential statement of election for the president. In that, what Parliament approved, that is attached to the CI 127, there are 2 columns. The last column is ballot accounting. The reason for ballot accounting is to ensure that you account for each one of the ballot papers issued. And the reasoning is that if you have a situation where Honorable Adomako here is going into an election, right, and you cannot account for the ballot, it allows for manipulation of votes. So you know what Parliament did? The schedule, the Form 8B that Parliament approved, had a column under paragraph 6. That column is divided into 2. A, number of persons biometrically verified, that is using the BVD. Then you have number of persons manually verified. The reason for the distinction is that if 100 people are verified by the biometrics, right, and you have 200 people being verified manually, any manipulation of the manual verification will go against you. Do you know what Madam Jane Mensah did in the 2020 election result? Do you know what she did?
Allegation.
No. Fact. The Form 8B that she caused InnoLink and others to print for the 2020 election, she deleted the number of persons to be verified biometrically. Yes.
And you had the form.
Yes. You know I'm coming. So anybody that has been part of our election, the 2020 election itself nearly had a security challenge. It has to take Chief of Staff a national security meeting.
How did you fail to present?
No.
Hold
on.
You were in court.
No, that was a different matter for the register itself.
Yes.
But what has been the outcome of the judicial processes? What has been the outcome? Please, listen to me carefully. It became almost a national security issue. So she quickly came out and said, okay, yes, the forms have been printed. It's less than a week to election. So she's introducing a stamp.
Oh.
And so when you are done, now state the number of persons biometrically verified in the stamp.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Parliament in its own wisdom created a form to have a column for the number of persons verified biometric. She ignored it. Do you know why? She wanted a platform for ballot staffing using the manual verification system.
All your readings are just allegations.
No,
you've seen mistakes, but they're
you've
all
not been part of an election process.
Even this one. What her thinking
see,
is behind the omissions that you have seen.
You
are analyzing it. I appreciate that. But they're allegations.
Listen
right?
to me. I've been part of an election. I've been a polling agent for my party from 2004. I understand elections.
It doesn't mean that every meaning you put to her mistakes.
A mistake.
Yeah.
Look.
From where I sit.
No, listen. Her reason for compiling a new voters register was to enhance the biometric process.
Yes.
So, if anything at all, that should be your priority on any form.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
But you see, it was deliberately done. The use of the stamp after the election, upon verification, more than 10,000 of the pink sheets had no indication of number of persons verified. That opened the election for manipulation. And you think we should sit down and allow this thing to happen again?
No,
it will not.
No one's
but you see,
quickly.
So that, yes, I can. You see, when Madam Jane Mensah appeared before, I don't know whether you're a member of the Special Budget Committee. Are you a member?
I'm
Good. Not. When she appeared before the Special Budget Committee of Parliament for the approval of her 2020 budget, she never said, okay, I do not have money to buy ink. I cannot buy the, the indelible ink. So I need Parliament to enhance my budget. In fact, Parliament of Ghana did not even disagree with her when she presented her budget in November during the appropriation stage. Everything that she presented, Parliament said, look, we want a fair, free and fair election. If it is money that she is lacking, she had every right to say, look, I need 2 million Ghana cedis, $2 million to buy indelible ink. I don't have it. Contrary to what the law provides. And therefore, Parliament, give me more money. Or because Parliament has not given me money, I am unable. The other thing that you raised, which had to do with the 3 p.m. conversation. See, Ghana, beyond Accra, even in Greater Accra, is a typical rural constituency. This country. If you pick Kumasi, Greater Kumasi, Accra, Tema, a few of the major cities, the rest of our people basically live in rural areas. December 7, 2024 is a Saturday, just as 1996, the same calendar, right? Now you have a situation where, because most of our people are rural, right, there's a high possibility that on that day the person would want to go to farm quickly and come back. And so if you look at queue dynamics, you notice that early morning queues are longer and late evening as well. What people usually do is that they'll just want to go and do small kwakwa and come back. So when you close polls at 3 p.m., the danger is that you are deliberately going to disenfranchise people. And even more.
But you don't think that people will adjust their times if they know that the Electoral Commission has moved the time?
For over 32 years, we have had 8 elections. They close poll at 5 p.m. If the thing is not broken, why do you want to fix it?
Okay.
Even more importantly, if if you pick a constituency like Afran Place North, the district capital is Donkoku. But you need to go to island communities like Dija, Mami Krobo, and all of those things. You are transporting electoral materials from Donkoku to these remote islands. Sometimes by the time materials get there, it's almost 9 a.m., the day of election. If you pick a constituency that you even say is in the middle of Volta, Northton, Samoloku to a Black West constituency, the constituency stretches up to Juapong.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the district capital is in Bato, Fojoku, Dofo, Togome. All those are adjoining villages. Getting electoral materials to them takes time. And so if you have a situation where electoral materials get to you by 9 a.m., when polls are supposed to start at 7, and you are closing at 3 p.m., the danger is there. And that is why we are saying that Madam J. Mensah's understanding of Ghana to be airport residential area, that is not the case.
Okay.
Me, my village, where I grew up in Kwanta, there are villages like Kiri, Kwi, Jerekpanga, and others. Far, sometimes 94 kilometers to get to the district capital. Yes, these are not jokes. The reality of Ghana's topography is not monolithic. So Madam J. Mensah cannot be sitting in the comfort of a Accra home or office and be making these kind of rules that do not recognize the numerous dynamics that we have as far as our electoral processes are concerned. That is why we are begging her. She had already committed a cardinal sin with SAR. She cannot continue. Enough of her sin.
So what happens when a system back-end action wrongly declares that you have already voted, preventing you from casting your vote? And the only way to prove your innocence is through the use of indelible ink. It is crucial to have fiscal structures in place to ensure trust and consolidate the voting process, as digital solutions managed by humans, admins, can encounter errors. And Alan sent this in. He is an IT person too. Madam Jean Mensah should act as a good referee and listen to all stakeholders and manage the conducting of the 2024 election without any suspicion of bias. How can you take off indelible ink from our electoral process? This is not right. Alhaji, send this in. Alhaji from Ashaman. Hamza says that, good morning, Annie. Truth be told, the arrogant posture of Jean Mensah is not helping, solve matters in this country. Jean Mensah always feels that she knows it all, and for that matter, she does not need any advice from anybody. She always takes decisions without consulting various political parties, and not always. Not always. But we can assure her.
No. Annie, this point
she doesn't always take decisions.
Which decision has she taken by
No, but she doesn't. Hasn't she been
decision?
in meetings with IPAC before?
But the outcome is the most important thing. If you go and have a meeting with people and you turn around and tell them that your decision is not binding on me, it's just advisory, and you do contrary. That's the kind of thing the man is
I've heard you. But we can assure her that the NDC will not sit down unconcerned. Sampiale, Ambassador, he says that, Ambassador Sampiale, he says, good morning, Annie. Tell my very good friend, Dr. Adomako, that I take serious exception to his classification of NDC's resistance to the EC is noise-making. Noise-making, if he wants to be reminded of noise-making, I'll refer him to how Baumia's noisy lectures and empty rhetorics have landed this country as the most indebted country in Africa. So you have been reminded. Musabatwa says that, and in my candid opinion, the entire leadership of the EC are doing what they're supposed to do. Their posturing do not suggest that they want free and fair elections. The utterances, decisions regarding the conduct of the 2024 elections is not in the interest of the protection and protect the integrity and sanctity of our democracy. Use indelible ink, you say. Make your messages short, else I don't have, I'm pressed with time. Okay, then just a quick one before I don't have a lot of time. But the Dumso situation, we're told that we've paid some amount of money. Is it 10 million?
In fact.
So I've seen on some of government communicators' pages, social media platforms, that the Dumso is gone, lights are back. If your light is not back,
I'm waiting to
let
hear
me
from
know the area.
Energy Minister. So as for the party communicators, they
oh no, but some of the papers actually capture. I don't know. I want to capture what we said we have.
I think the Energy Ministry will bring something out for us to.
Good. Daily Graphic. Power outage is over. Government pays 10 million to WAPCO, Energy Ministry.
Oh, okay.
So the government.
So that is the authority.
Page 3. The government has paid 10 million cedis.
Not dollars.
$10 million to the West Africa Gas Pipeline Company, WAPCO, to cover part of the state's indebtedness to the company to avert a possible power crisis and load shedding. Load shedding exercise. Okay, Deputy Minister of Energy Andrew Kofi Ejapamesa has confirmed to Daily Graphic that the government owed WAPCO some $19.3 million. So we have about $9 million to pay.
In arrears,
which
is normal.
Yes. So the 10 million payment to WAPCO brings government payment to the company to $30 million after Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, GNPC, had earlier redeemed $3 million of the debt. It leaves government with an outstanding $6.3 million, to clear with gas pipeline company at this point. So government intervention comes in the wake of recent extensive power outages across the country, with the fears expressed widely among the population that load shedding exercise could be on the card. Please, what is Dumso?
Well, I think I find solace in now knowing that $10 million has been paid to, as it is, return as to stable electricity distribution. Though literally there was some disruption, I think, for a few days, admittedly.
I'm happy. Gas supply.
I'm happy to know that the funds have been paid, and all that matters is that also this was not necessarily a disruption in terms of engineering, but sort of dependent on funding. So I'm happy that that has been done and rectified, and Ghanaians will continue to enjoy stable electricity, and I think that's the most important thing.
Okay. Okay, lawyer.
You see,
quickly,
I have always said that, you see, this government has no reason to fail. I mean, you took over from a president who demonstrated so remarkable vision by taking it upon himself that the electricity problem of this country, right, through no fault of his, there had been challenges with our power, lack of generation capacity, finance, among others. By the time he left office, through innovation, he brought power generating plants, right?
I thought we were talking about 10 million.
No, I'm coming. Car power.
My time is
yes. Car power,
my guy
Ameri, AXA, and Co. And even brought ESLA to give you the financial buffer to solve the energy problem. Today, as we speak, Annie, you owe independent power producers almost $2 billion, and you are talking about 10 million. I mean, that's where the problem is. Okay. So we'll come back to this conversation again, because they decided to squander the ESLA receivables using ESLA PLC in the so-called bonds that they issue. So we are back to square one. Okay. And this is a matter that we could have solved easily. Okay. And so let everybody recognize that it is not the 10 million they claim.
No, but
that is really the problem.
Alleviated the issue.
I mean, it's like headache. You take paracetamol, but the bowels are still there. You've hoarded bowels in your stomach. So the paracetamol will
stay in your loyal lane.
Let me remind you that
so you the medical doctor. So the headache will come back.
Okay, so there was a back and forth with GRA and the Honourable Member of Parliament for North Town Constituency, Okudzeto Ablakwa. The GRA responded to Ablakwa's allegations of the GRA boss having absconded, but I think we will make time because the SML issue is quite detailed. I can't use 5 minutes to discuss it, so I'm sure next week we'll go into details on that one. But for now, let me take a break. I have not seen Starboy this week, but let's make some time with him. Today is Friday. We'll be back shortly.
Pascal is showing his boss the efficient new technology they've installed. She is pleased, but now she's asking, why is that still there? Pascal explains that he hired a security guard to protect the data shed. The boss is not so pleased anymore. If you haven't upgraded to cloud storage yet, it's time to get business done better with MTN Business.
To help meet your business and private printing needs successfully, we have just the right products and services. At Appointed Time Printing Limited, we specialize in digital printing, offset printing, packaging and security printing. Our innovative designs and complete professional touch on our print products such as posters, flyers, brochures, magazines, whole cards and any other print solution of your choice ensure that our customers are always happily connected to their audience. With our security printing section, our clients are assured of a highly secured and confidential work process from start to finish. At Appointed Time, our prices are very competitive. Locate us at the old GNTC building near Swansea Shopping Arcade, Accra. Contact us on 0501 454165, 0501 454167. Appointed Time.
The reminders, I forgot. So belated happy birthday to you. Happy New Year, boss.
Many happy returns, Abishapa. Amen. We thank God for a brand new year. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I want to start from the church because Reverend Obini was someone that we looked up to. I mean, I remember back in the day, Saturday, Metro TV now, just all of a sudden, I don't know where you go past. So, he's been quiet for a while. Yes, you know, you're crying.
That was.
Oh, you see, who said catch yourself? Yanka. Now, so not catch. He said the reason for his decline is because he's picked a fight with Honorable Kenny Japan.
Oh.
Watch the video and you see how Binim is emotional and saying English. Charlie, you watch the video.
I don't know if you before I may be down. The never know before. I don't know maybe and then away. Hey, many banners on that for me. Obian could tell you pa. Obian could tell you pa over thousands. Obian could tell you pa thousands. Many banners also. We share some of them are nipa 200 kraminya. Nipa 200 kraminya. 200. Please, if you don't understand my language, forgive me. Because right now I'm speaking from my pain, from my emotion. Hey, so many moving in Nipa Kutame. And we are Nakola.
Oh, like he's speaking from his pains and his emotions. Hey, my boy. Oh, Reverend says that Honorable Picky fight. His lawyer said they should pay him 200 million or something like that before they will go to the court because it was cash and all. But on that note, I want to remind you how Angel Obinim got the name Angel Obinim. Quick one. Watch this video.
Because me done me different person. I tell myself as a different person. I'm in for because soon me done me papa for essay overall. And I'm you when me because in short of second Johnny Petro name. We were down the Jesus catch to be me fast. You're fast. You're fast. Na ka ko yin ko fo say no see e jabi says it me damn passion me local pro me spirit ni pie na me fast course circle me course circle na fe jam ya me gigi hey me hwe na omo ya me mba pa ya ma asole man YouTube pe ba kwa ne fa na vehicle obedi adanse e na Mr. Freddy Che Mensa Because you are more fun than Mr. Baco Shabro Samson and Radis say, we also come my friend Richard, are you look? No, no, so we have fast to call Richard or Coyino, after months and maybe annual. But my friend that gave back could be in a while, a genuine should be seno. When the Jesus Christ on your back, or my wash about or what that he was the most actually. It is Gino, because we Christ on you. One of me have fast and going shooting. This is only bad horse maybe than the channel showing him now, but then it's how we find the left. Pardon the new free hole. You only buy us not what you see, baby.
All right, so for the Gen Zs who do not know Angelo Binim, there he is. Unfortunately, since I know why I show, why hot. No,
Are you one of the Gen Z?
No, why I show.
Are you one of the Gen Z?
I'm a Gen Z, I'm a Gen Z. Oh. So Angelo Binim is trending on Twitter this morning, Charlie. No be easy. Only God will feel restore. Really, you don't get power. On that note, so let's talk about AFCON because it started tomorrow and the conversation has been about the drip upon drip. Ghana, Nigeria. I saw Cameroon also coming in with the drip, Mozambique, all the other countries. But like the drip there, we will go win. The drip cup, we win the cup already.
Was it a decision for all of them to come in there?
I think they want to showcase, the culture with their outfits, right? But the drip.
Someone made a post on social media with a Cote d'Ivoire aircraft.
Oh yeah. Ghana.
And I felt very embarrassed.
Yeah, true. All countries were coming in with the national airlines, and we were going with Cote d'Ivoire.
Embarrassed.
And so that's the Nigerian team also. What's that? Captain Graham.
It's not nice.
It's not nice. And the Cameroonians also came in.
Nigerians, ego tired.
So the drip cup there, we can all understand that Ghana has won that, but I don't know if the actual football cup.
Is that your own judgment?
Oh, me, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So the tournament starts tomorrow and it's live here on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 91.9 FM. So do well to, keep your dial locked right here on these channels and enjoy the AFCON right from this spot.
I think we should be showing this video often with the Ivory Coast aircraft.
The Ghana Airways. Yeah. Oh, I'll talk about it next week. Yeah. All right, today's the birthday of Nanaya Tanobachi, but also the birthday.
Okay.
And that's it. Have a great weekend, and hopefully Ghana will win on Sunday so that I can go on Monday. And then hopefully
Ghana will win. What a team! What a solid team.
Oh, solid. Shouts only flavor though.
Yeah. Thank you. And that's all we have for you this week. It's been Good Morning Ghana. We'll be back next week with some more interesting discussion. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Good Morning Ghana is brought to you by MTN.